Hey! Fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish. This is Echo Echo. Hello. Please don't look here. Look at that. Please like and subscribe. Don't look behind it. Who is you told, please? Using the teacher voice. Yes, there I am. Hello, hello. 9:10 p.m. Monday. And hopefully I'm going to film a quick intro, a little bit of her True Grit and Deep Rooted Truth. Is that her name? Because we're going to get a little bit explosive today. Oh, that's kind of dramatic. We are talking about something that is a controversial topic. Now, I was having a discussion with Val, bestie, love you, and Gus. The other day, Gus said something almost at the same time as I did, and I was like typing it out, and I'm like, he beat me to it! And yes, we are kindred gothic spirits. And however, Val, sorry, I'm putting my computer on a different desk. It's like adjustable, not as sturdy as the other one, okay? So I'll try and not touch too much. They were not having a disagreement with anyone, but we were talking about somebody putting a comment on Savannah Marie. So somebody putting a comment on Savannah Marie's, what's it called? Community post, talking about how they couldn't cut it in the political commentary field, which is, one, a pile of crap. It's too early in the video, I can't swear. But I want to say something much worse than that. Because, guess what? Anti-MLM advocacy work is all about politics. We're constantly talking about it, okay? How do MLMs exist? How do they still have a foothold that they do? Because of their political, what do they call those committees? The driving committees? I'll think of it in a second, but do you know what I mean? They have advocacy, MLM advocacy groups that go and campaign and give money to elected officials to further their agenda. It's highly political. And you want to add on top of that, we've got so many examples of just conservative, far-right, conspiracy theorists, QAnon. Anti-MLM advocacy work is being political. I'm sorry if you do anti-MLM advocacy work and you're like, I'm not interested in discussing politics. Yeah, you are. You're literally talking about politics. Anyway, so as most people know, story time. Anyway, so shout out to Val, because they really, like, that was upsetting. And I don't like it when people upset my friends, okay? So anyway, a couple of weeks ago we had our bingo, Boss Babe bingo, where we're doing our Pride edition, right? Pride tribute. And I, like we were both sort of sending each other what we were going to do. And a creator, Deep Rooted Truth, had been circulating amongst the content creators, and so I was looking at her stuff as well. And then where she was tied to another user called Her True Grit. So we're going to look at both of those users today. What the hell? My watch was that was a very aggressive, like, vibration from my watch. It does need to be charged, I get it. Okay, thanks, watch. Bossy, Jesus. Anyway, so in looking at their things, we see that they are, Deep Rooted Truth is in MELALEUCA, okay? MELALEUCA claims it's not an MLM, but it is. Oh my god, what time is it? Hello. I'll have to check it in the edit. It's an MLM. That's it. There's it's a fucking MLM, okay? Anyway, I feel like it's breaking news. Do you know what I mean? Now, tomorrow for me is the 4th of July. It means nothing to me. It's a Tuesday for me, okay? It does mean something it means a lot to Americans. For disenfranchised Americans, it's probably a day of mourning, very similar to what they call Australia Day in Australia, which is also called Invasion Day, Survival Day, because it marks when white people first came to Australia. Anyway, I imagine there's very similar things, right, in America, and I've seen a lot of Black creators talk about how that is a bunch of crap, and I want to tell those stories. What do I do with my privilege? Tell the stories, get them out there. So I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which I am creating today. There are about 3 or 4 tribes who were in this area. This land was not ceded, and it is Aboriginal land. It was and always will be. So I would like to acknowledge that. And as such, we're going to be talking about some racist people today, okay? Because, building on my pyramid of hate that I discussed in my Jessie Lee Ward video, I'm doing a live stream with DC later this week. Can't wait. Very excited. I'm so excited. I haven't streamed with DC yet for, I think, maybe only once or twice. No, definitely once. Maybe only another one other time. So I'm very excited. So building on that, we have what's called national. No, hang on. What am I trying to say here? National Socialists? I know that's the name. I just want to get my terms right. Okay, so nationalism is what we're talking about. That's different to patriotism, all right? And a lot of people talk about being patriots, okay? But to love your country at the risk of disenfranchising people, and it's only in one sense, I think Ku Klux Klan? Ku Klux Klan, yeah. Why don't why? I was thinking Ku Klux Klan? Who cares? Fuckers, KKK, right? They want a white America. That's what they want. Okay, that's nationalism. That's not patriotism. Hang on. What's the difference between patriotism and nationalism? So patriotism is a noun. Get on the screen. Fuck's sake. Is a noun that means devoted love, support, and defense of one's country and national loyalty. The term often brings nationalism. What is a bossy bitch today? Nationalism is the policy or doctrine of asserting the interests of one's own nation, viewed as separate from the interests of other nations or the common interests of all nations. Nationalism is a kind of excessive aggressive patriotism. It does have a negative connotation. Patriotism generally has positive connotation. It's used for various positive sentiments, attitudes, and actions involving loving one's country and serving the great good of all its people. Nationalism generally has a negative connotation. It's used for political ideologies and movements that are more extreme and exclusionary love of one's country at the expense of foreigners, immigrants, and even people in a country who aren't believed to belong in some way, often racial and religious grounds. That's it, people. So, a colonized country, nationalism is going to exclude the First Nations people and Indigenous people. Okay. So that's the difference. Where the rabbit hole of the MELALEUCA huns led me to was something called the Patriot Box. Okay. Oh, also, did you know that there is a conservative version of Facebook? It's called Gab. It's really offensive. It's fucking awful. Okay. Basically, just every conservative talking point. I put one on my Instagram. This person was like, if you don't support Donald Trump, you're a pedophile. What the fuck? That doesn't make sense. What the fuck? Like, God. Anyway, it's terrible. Like, trigger warning for everything on there. There's slurs. There's, it feels like it is a place to organize terrorist acts. For real. Like, I'm not speaking with hyperbole. It's scary. Okay, so anyway, that's where we come to the MELALEUCA Patriot Box. I'm gonna go to the toilet. Blame it all on my shoes. I turned up in boots and ruined the black tie affair. Yes. Gossip Brooks. Have my paint up in case the dogs jump up here. Keep an eye on the dogs. They're gonna come up here. Take your meds. I was supposed to go and get my antidepressants today. But my dad accidentally he was getting his car fixed and he was moving my car. And when he went to get his car sorted, he put my car keys in his car. Where are we up to? Let's just get on with stupid, deep-rooted truth. Okay, so deep-rooted truth. I have already filmed. I've already filmed quite a lot of deep-rooted truth, and I called her the wrong name for a long time. I'm not going to say what her name is, but it's quite hilarious because I just picked a random white name, and then when I found out what her real name was, it was an even better white name. Yeah. Okay. So Miss Deep Rooted Truth here. She has a lot of this going on with cacti. She seems to live in an area with cacti, but I don't know why so many of her backgrounds have it. But she has this thing, and I just included my face here because I was so confused, right? There's no. Oh, now I have to move myself, Miss Lizzo, before we start. All right. Hello. Hi. Hello. She's a bit more cuddly now. You cuddly baby. Seriously. She's so cute. She kitty. I'm rubbing her belly at the same time. People go back to sleep. Why the fuck is this a problem? Mind your fucking business. Stay out of it. Why do you get to decide how people are Christians? Somewhere along the lines, people have confused speaking the truth with hate. Hate would be saying nothing. Hate would allow them to continue in sin without any warning. It's bullshit. It's not hateful to speak the truth. It's the most loving thing you and I can do. Agreeing with God is one of the most loving things we can do as Christians, and Jesus was clear from the beginning about the subject. Okay, that's fine. For you, it's not fine. It's fucked up. But do that with your Christians and leave everybody else the fuck alone. You know? It's fucking ridiculous. Except, you know what? Dangerous. Fucking dangerous. What slippery slope? It will never happen. 1995 apparently is when this all started happening. Love is love, we just want acceptance, we want equality, bake the fucking cake, bigot. Say my pronouns or go to jail. Tiffany, can I have a source on that? Who's been sent to jail for not saying pronouns? Let kids watch drag shows and mutilate their bodies. I mean, without any context. But also, do you know how long trans people have existed? A long, long time. A long time. Longer than 1995, honey. Oh, she's not. This, unfortunately, like, she's not smart. And I don't feel bad saying that. I've seen enough of her posts and heard her speak enough to know the type of person that she is. As a teacher, you know, like, I know the type of learner that she is. She just verbatim repeating crap that she heard. She has been indoctrinated. And unfortunately, she has influence over others with what she's saying. Oh, okay. Yours pronoun. You used a fucking pronoun. You used a pronoun in this post. Oh, you're an absolute fucking. I had to drop in. I just really wanted to talk about the bleeps, the censorship just before. So I called her an idiot, an imbecile, and I want to start sort of catching myself and not using those terms. They are ableist because people used to use them to describe, you know, people who were probably had some sort of intellectual impairment or disability or neurodivergence or whatever. You know, like what I found, and big ups to Clantown for this because they have been talking about it and they've got a disclaimer at the beginning of their videos. So, and this is the question I asked: is imbecile an insult? So the terms idiot, imbecile, either moron, and their derivatives such as imbecility were formerly used as technical descriptors in medical, educational, and regulatory contexts. These uses were broadly rejected by the close of the 20th century and are now considered offensive. Yeah, so I'm going to try and put some more or use some other terms for that. But I don't want it to be, the reason why I haven't sort of like chosen another thing to call them, I know other people have words that they use instead of idiot and those things, but I don't want it to sound silly, you know, like if I'm in the middle of a rant and I've got to call somebody a you know, I don't know, a goofy or a goof. I don't think goof fits it, okay? I think it takes away from the seriousness of the issue, you know? So here's some options. Airhead, beef-headed, blockheaded. Blockhead. That's a good, yeah, I kind of like that one. Heavy-handed, idle-handed. I'm looking at a list, sorry that you can't see. A knucklehead. Knucklehead? Yeah. What's another nicer way to say stupid? Silly, fool. I like fool, so I'm going to try and replace it with fool. It's so funny. A kid that I taught at my last school, he used to like repeat how, oh yeah, fool, and it made me laugh because he was the way he said, I'm like, oh yeah, he's got my perfect impersonation. That's what I'm after. Oh, this is another good one. Obtuse. That's a good one. Don't be so obtuse. Yeah, she's an obtuse person. Okay. That's it. I just wanted to say that. So if there are some weird, the beliefs do not mean that I'm calling the C word each time. Although, spoiler, that's coming up. Okay. There's going to be some C bombs. Deserved C bombs. Okay. If you're confused why using pronouns in your bio as a Christian is wrong, let Me explain 3 pronouns in there. Good work, Tiffany. Doing fucking God's work there. Well done. We do not affirm or celebrate sin, therefore we do not use pronouns. This is farcical. Do you know what? But it's fucking dangerous. Like, by using them, you are saying you agree with the madness going on right now. You're affirming that people can possess pronouns. That's not even a what? You're affirming the delusional thinking that God messed up when He made human beings, that He made us the wrong gender, and that you and I know better than God. 10 pronouns. 10 in that phrase there. It's, like I said, it's farcical, but this type of person is radicalizing people and directly going to the top of that fucking pyramid of hate. God created you in His image. He did not make a mistake when He formed you in your mother's womb. To believe anything else is to believe a lie from Satan himself. Why does this look like a cock and balls? Tiffany. She's a single gal, as far as I know. Tiffany. Why you got a cactus here that looks like cock and balls? It's okay to masturbate, alright? You can do it. Alright, God's okay with it. God's probably watching. Good for you. Doesn't limit wellness. Here we are. We are at what she's really about. Mela fucking Leuca. Alright. Alright. She loves the boomerang. Yeah, nice filter, Tiffany. And she's like, I have this thing, and I can take vitamins in the morning and at night time, and it's in 2 different packets, so I remember. See? Okay, so she's with MELALEUCA. That's what this is what this all is. That's what it is.
So one thing that I wanted to replace in my house was like the air fresheners and everything, and I would love to just diffuse something in my home. However, we run off solar, so we can't really have a lot of stuff plugged in because it takes a lot of energy to plug things in, a lot more than you would think. So I got this room spray, and they're really great about reducing the amount of plastic that they use. So you buy like the bottle or the container of room spray, and then I bought the refill attachment as well. So next time you don't have to buy this, you just buy the spray that you pour in, and then you're good to go. So another great perk of shopping with the Shop Club.
Oh wow! Look at all this. So, how are you preserving plastics there? Because you still got two bottles. Look at empty. If anyone's seen, I can't remember what video it was, but I did see that Savannah. What am I doing? Get it together. Savannah Marie had a sponsorship with Blue something. I'll have to get the people, and so you buy, and so you get the reusable bottle on the first purchase, and then you get tablets in, like very easily biodegradable packaging. You don't get another plastic bottle, Wellness box pick sea salt and vanilla. That actually doesn't seem very good. No platelets, parabens, or formaldehydes. Is that common in cleaning? Okay. Oh, look how many. Look at how long this is. Jesus, take the wheel. bitch. Oh, look at that. Melaleuca. I need nasal spray.
So I've been staining my door, and you can't really see it on my hands right now. I don't know if you can, but I have stainer from putting on my door. And I usually use Gooby Gone, but I got this Solumel from the Wellness Box recently. Bleh, word.
Oh, yeah. Quacky. So quacky. I can't say words like MELALEUCA the MLM that's actually producing this thing.
And it works so well. Like, watch this. I can't find my spray bottle, but I have the whole bottle of it.
What are you gonna do? Oh shit, what's her fucking name? I have no idea. Face? No, sorry. I am going to. I am going to bleep that, but just know that it was not a very nice name. No. I mean, I need to look up her fucking name, but no, bitch. Okay. Why don't you have your spray bottle? Isn't that part of the appeal of the wellness box that you are not disclosing? Is a part of an MLM. Okay.
Just put a little bit on your napkin, and you literally rub it on your fingers, and it takes.
That's how the cleaner works? Wow. Plot twist, right?
It right off. It also works as a great nail polish remover, and doesn't have all the icky chemicals in it. And this one actually smells really good because it is vanilla scented with essential oils. So,
oh, what a coincidence. Also, there has to be chemicals. Like everything is chemicals. Do you not understand that? Water is a chemical. Vanilla. Okay. For something that can be used to take nail polish off and clean your hands. Okay.
So,
smug. She's so smug. Oh, another one. Backed by clinical research. Where? 52%. Look, they did have that lung study thing. I haven't done. At the moment, it's going to be later in the video, but I've actually not started filming yet. I was just collecting information from her Instagram. So here we are. And she does have a link to this scientific study on lung diseases or lung something and women using house cleaners. That does have a link to a real study. It's got to be a first. Minnie is lying on top of one of the pups, and they're finding it hard to get out from underneath her. It's a really white name. White here. Ashley. Look, Ashley. You need a hobby, okay? Because this is boring as shit. If she makes a living on fucking social media, how ridiculous. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. I just realized. Oh, so you're racist as well as homophobic. Oh! It's the conservative duo. Ew. Melaleuca. So this is cheaper, right? Okay. Good point, right? Yeah, that's what you pay for being a patriot. Fuck off. Oh, this isn't even hers. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna need to look at this dickhead as well. I'm being so oppressed. I can't. I have to buy my. Oh, let me press play. Supports our troops and backs the blues. I think you'll find that pretty much everybody supports the troops. You know, like, not many people don't. Yeah, that's. Guess what? That's your people who got rich during the pandemic. You. Corrupt companies. And it's MELALEUCA. This is the one that has a study. And this is the study, but it takes you to their like words about it. But here is the actual study. So we have a source. It's how they use that source that may be a bit sus. Yeah, great. Clean rug. Great. Your Patriot Box CEO? Who's that? 36, 38 weeks ago. I'd like to look a little bit more into that one, I tell you. Oh, this is him giving stuff to. I wonder what, So they gave out a bunch of MELALEUCA products with the. Yeah, okay. A bit of a bait and switch, eh? This is all about her team that she has in MELALEUCA, and the team is called Grit and Grace, and we're just going to have a little look at that. I do just want to also mention that these people, these MELALEUCA huns that I found, are probably some of the most bigoted MLM huns, you know, seen. They are up there with Tony Van Schwie and Angela Sumner with their QAnon bullshit, and like, I'm not trying to avoid talking about that. It's very relevant. It's just there's so much content, and I just want to introduce everybody to Tiffany and Tony. She's the other woman that I'll be looking at soon, and yeah, we're going to be looking at them long after this video because they are. It's not drama, it's dangerous. Swoop. Ah, the team. What? Fuck all the way off with that. This is just a general announcement to everybody. The Matrix was a movie, and I mean, it was. I watched it once, and I remember liking it long fucking time ago now. What are we doing here with the Matrix? Imagine, like, people became obsessed with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, right? And everybody's just like, you know, they want to shrink us. They want to shrink us. They want to make us feel small in a big world. And we have to fight against that. And you have to say, as a person with ethics and morals, I'm unshrinkable. Like, how fucking ridiculous. I'm wearing my Curse the Turfs shirt. Like this bitch. Curse them turfs. And probably everyone on this screen. I'm with them. I'm gonna guess that this is their team. Grit and Grace. Ew. These sanctimonious fucks. Angel of Freedom. From plus to lush. What the fuck? Excellent motherhood. I'm not trying too hard there, are you, sweetheart? Wake up and be the change. And chewy meets crunchy. hearts of the dissenting. These people, they'd be trying it. My tinfoil hat. Oh, fuck off. What's her name then? What's her name? Emily. Saying what others won't say. Oh no, it's gonna take me to fucking awake and educating the masses, exposing predators and the lies we're told. Safer work-free home. Wellness box. Oh, that's exactly the same. That's exactly the same. Also, it looks like you dye your hair. What do you use to dye your hair? Do you use chemicals? Emily? Huh? Oh, fuck. Let me see what her fucking name is so I know what to call Tiffany! There was a wider name than Ashley. And the wider name, whiter, like W-H-I-T-E-R, is Tiffany. She... There should be a limit to how many fucking highlights these people are allowed. What I didn't introduce well on my video was I was aware during Pride Month there was a post going up on social media from a heap of social media personalities, influencers, famous people, blah, 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 who were asking for social media platforms to be more responsible and to stop hate speech. And I think that is excellent. You know, some people might say, oh, you're getting cancel culture. No. If you're going to be a bigot, you deserve to be cancelled, for one, but also it's accountability. You have free speech, right? But what you do not have is free consequences from your free speech. Okay? The consequences are there. So it's a choice you make. Yeah? Anyway, we're going to skip back to that post and hopefully we can see a bit of an improvement. However, I have had three in the last month of my videos given a community guidelines warning. One of them was taken off permanently and I've appealed the other two. And we've got we've got a Jessie Lee, a Courtney, and a Megan Desart one. So what the hell, TikTok? Pick your act up. Anyway, back to the video. I want to try and get this out to you by the 4th of July. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what, I have one of my Earth Bombs, the Lord of Misrule, on my at my desk right now, and it smells very nice to be sitting here. Also, I'm painting a coffin. It's Satan is my bitch. But I was trying to do like a little pattern on the side and it didn't work out, so it's a work in progress. This is going to be hung up on in the goth bedroom. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Alright, oh no, I want it there. Because so this was signed by a lot of people. Instagram, you must take action against the rise of anti-trans and anti-LGBTQIA plus hate and disinformation. 250 plus people, and they are letting accounts like these ones run riot, where they are openly transphobic, openly homophobic, openly, peddling false information. It's dangerous and they need to be accountable for it. So I hope, this is during Pride, and I think that, remember Christian Walker, who was in the Starbies line, and he's like, it's July, where's the American flag? We're in that little sweet spot right now, okay? What a fucking idiot. Okay, lawmakers, yes. So, check out, and if you're not following Alok, how do I say it? Menon, Alok the Menon, you should follow them because they have such amazing references for everything. Like, here's a source, here's another source, here's another source. Source. They're saucy. Yeah, so I think that they're very lucky that nothing has happened so far, you know, because, and probably there are people who have been killed because of the hate that is allowed on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Oh, fucking, what a dumpster fire Twitter is. That's amazing. I saw this and I was like, this is really important. This is important. And we need to all be speaking out. If you're not speaking out against hate speech, you're with the people who are doing the hate speech, okay? Simple as that. Yeah, so Alok, if you would like to follow Alok, amazing creator. Gender fashion. Absolutely. Alright, let's get back to the Matrix. These are boring slides. My feet are really cold. I need to put some socks or slippers on. These fucking usernames. Black Sheep Escape. Fight for faith and freedom. You don't have to fight for faith and freedom. You fucking got it, dickface. I'm sorry. I'm not really, but, you know. Freedom Chronicles. Meet the team. Modern Natural Mama. Mama 4, and she jumped into the wellness box for the products, but because she didn't want to deal with the store mandates. Oh, okay. Masks. Then it spiraled into... Oh, sweetie. Oh, Tiffany. Oh, I'm so glad I know her name. Tiffany spiraled doesn't have a positive connotation. I'm really sorry to tell you that. Spiraled, it has a negative, like, implication, all right? Into this wonderful community of freedoms fighters. Guys, Tiffany, I'm going to criticize Tiffany, okay? She's a natural English speaker. I don't think she's very smart. She thinks that the Matrix is true, so anyone who thinks the Matrix is actually true, you're not very smart, okay? Just generally. Now her goal is to help as many families make the switch while also helping struggling single parents. Really? Why just single parents? So stinking happy to have this this is how Heidi Powell talks. She joined the wellness box to help her family purchase products made in America. She and her family are proud patriots. Being part of a team of like-minded individuals with a common goal is so nice. Whispering Farm. E-Farm. Whispering Pine. Natural English speaker. But it was sideways and small. Okay, give me a break. Delaney hopped on board to share with others about how much she loves the products and is crushing it. So thankful to have her on my team. Ew. Gross. Tiffany. Yeah. Gross. Oh, she used to be called the Desert Princess. Hey, I wonder if there's anything. I wonder if there's. Sorry. Trying to be dramatic by, sitting back in my chair, but then you can't hear me, right? I wonder if there's anything interesting out there about this. So maybe there's something that you don't want people to see that you said, hey, I'm going to check it out. That's not for sure. I'm just saying, like, why? When your team takes up to 10 of the top 20 top enrollees in just... Guys, I said what I said, okay? You know you're in the right place at the right time with the right leaders and the right systems. Oh, God. It's the same. MLMs. It's the same. She's not a mother, though. The incorruptible mama bear. Fuck off. Anyone noticing a bit of pattern here? Anyone? I gave you a little bit too long to think about that one. Don't poke mama bear. Oh my God, these fucking people. Grow an identity beyond that. Like, that can't be the only thing that you're about. Sure is pretty white out there. There's a lot of white women in this. White women. The scourge of society. And guess who was benefited more than anyone from things like affirmative action and women's rights and human rights? White women. So other people getting rights has meant that we got rights. And to be biting that hand that helped us up, disgusting. Seeing so much growth from our 75-day business bootcamp. 75 days? God, that's almost as bad as a 90-day run. Yeah, the company, they sure do appreciate you. She broke them into breakout groups. Fight for faith and freedom. Oh, fuck. The fiercely free. Hurry up. Go to the next slide. Okay, let's have a look. How many white people? Can you see any people of color in this room? Nope. Oh, hang on. I gotta get in closer. Please don't look at my face right now. It's looking a lot like a Monet top 10. That is a lot of white women, or white passing women, you know. Usernames. Hearts of the Discerning, The Patriot Princess, Modern Informed Mama, Wild and Free Alaska, Her True Grit. Ooh, we got some Her True Grit coming up. And The Fiercely Free. Ew. Ew! I thought they were the same, all the same. I was hesitant to start and jump in, but boy am I glad I went for it. Because there's nothing quite like being surrounded by like-minded people who love and cheer you on, who have their heads on straight and their eyes wide open. Incredibly thankful to have linked arms with these white ladies. They're all white. We only have white ladies here. And if you do have anything else in the mix, you better not fucking tell anyone, because we're white here, okay? Conspiracy. Oh, sorry. I want to go to her page because I just want to see what's in a conspiracy. Real What does it say? Realist. Oh my god. How embarrassing. What does she have to say about the sub? Why are her lashes so uneven? I don't understand. Okay, fuck this woman. I can already. You have that all of the time, bitch. Fuck her, Laura. That's really interesting because we've got like just the widest names ever. Laura, Tiffany. Oh, how do you teach your kids about socialism? Okay, so I didn't say much during this because my face was doing the commentary. But what just happened is the mother came in and said, "Here's your pocket money," and hands her a pile of pocket money and then says, "Hang on, I need to take some for taxes." Okay? And then the mother just goes and gives it to the other sister for no reason. And that's what she says socialism is. As I say later, she got a lot of critics in the comments, but no. You just described capital. That's the system you're in right now, the system you love. It was very bizarre. But also, like, she homeschools her children, and that's what she's teaching them about. We pray for America, everybody. Jeez. Oh, she got hate for this. Okay, oh my god. Okay, I gotta stop because this woman, fuck her. What do we got here? Patriot Wellness Box. The Patriot Wellness Box. Why are they still going on about, like, you didn't have to do it. Like, it's over. It's not over, but do you know what I mean? Like, you survived. You survived. You didn't have to get it in the end, and you still survived. Like, you are a functioning human in this way. You didn't lose any of your freedoms. You still got money, you still got your kids, you still got your house, you still got everything. You got freedom of speech, freedom to assemble, freedom to bear arms, which you fucking love, apparently. Freedom to teach your children the wrong thing. Fucking hell. Okay. So where we need to go now is we're gonna go to the Patriot Box. Alright. Patriot Wellness Company. Why isn't it going there? Alright, so this is why it's suspicious. Okay, yes, I've been watching a lot too much Bailey Sarian. The Patriot Wellness Box.net. Now, it does say MELALEUCA here. However, when you go, if you just want, you're like, oh, what is this Patriot Wellness Box? Make the switch. Over 2 million people have made the switch. Switch to American made. The facts. Company owned manufacturer. Comparable pricing. No, it's more expensive. A variety of non-toxic products. Yeah, great. Supports American jobs and families. No advertising on mainstream platforms. What the fuck is Instagram? That's incorrect. Made in the USA. Us? Join us. Okay, but what the fuck is it? Like, that's what it is. The Patriot. Well, what? There's no links. Oh, you have to give your Instagram username. Why would you need to do that? Okay, but what is it? And how is the metadata here? MELALEUCA. Why is MELALEUCA there? Okay, we're going to have a look at this. I would be kinder, but she's not a very nice person. So I'm going to go with. Like I said, oh, it's farcical. But still, this is violence. Even though, like, it makes me go, wow. Okay, so this woman is a major vaccinophobe. Oh, that's perfect. Vaccine. She calls it the jab, the poke. Okay, so the team name is Ringrose. I don't know what the fuck this means. Tony, clever girl. What? Because she's not clever. Okay, this is her links. Poke info, that's what she calls the vaccine. Brace yourself for bad formatting, okay? How can anyone fucking see that? Anyway. Yep. It's so... She uses fear. She is just a major bigot. And then she's got COVID vaccine exemption form. I'm sure that's real legit. Pony. If you manage to get through life this long without being forced to take the COVID vaccine, guess what? You're not oppressed, okay? You're not oppressed. That's it. Okay? You made it. Well done. Not really. She fucking sucks. Anyway. See? It's been 3+ years with no vax and you're still alive. Great. You're lucky. So the problem she had is that Big Pharma didn't use their profits to educate. I mean, capitalism, right? Which is the system that you fucking love. Oh. And they can spend whatever they like on, like, their profits. Why don't you talk to them? What's that got to do with anything? So, this is what she's really about. This is it. I don't know, like, how can any Christian at the moment say that they are being oppressed? Look at all of the shit that is happening based on the 6 conservative majority in the Supreme Court. It is ridiculously delusional to think about how they complain. We're so oppressed. No, you are fucking not. I can't wait. Because it's not going to last. It is absolutely not going to last. They are disenfranchising Gen Z and millennials. And some Gen Xers. Yeah. It's going to get worse for you, Tony. Enjoy it while you can. Oh, I like that one. Give me a fucking break, yeah. Agreed. Ew, her shirt says Conspiracy Theorist Social Club. Gross. Oh, this is ridiculous. You don't start a business because you have the money. You start a business because you don't. That is MLM bullshit. There we go. That's what she's here for. I wonder if she really is a bigot. That's the look of a Karen right there. She's never meant a server that she hasn't wanted to berate or complain about. Send back stuff. That's a stern look. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. It's about the Patriot Box. The Patriot Box. The Patriot Box. So, MELALEUCA, you support this? Yeah, I think you do. Of course, they're gonna go with the triggered liberal thing. How bizarre that somebody would use. Anyway, I want to scrub my fucking brain of these ridiculous cunts. What are you doing? I'm gonna give you a couple. I would like to show you a different dog, but Miss Lizzo is the only one who's in, like, you know, in arm's reach. Baby. I'll try to get a tan one for your next video. Okay. So what we have here is a bunch of ignorance, okay? I'm gonna stop saying okay so much. These people you have to wonder, like, how true it is, because I know that in a tizzy reel a couple of weeks ago, I saw somebody who was sort of like setting up almost like a conservative honey trap, where they put out videos like this bit, and they were using it to find out who had been involved in the January 6th insurrection. It was a good way of drawing them out. They're pretty bold with what they will say to somebody in their same sort of like circle. But that's why that website Gab is very interesting. Just popping in one last time to sort of wrap up the point. I'm not sure if I said it very explicitly, but I want to be clear. These people are using patriotism to churn out products and build a downline in MELALEUCA. They are taking advantage of that section of society. I don't feel sorry for them. They're pretty ignorant people. And so, does that mean I'm not going to speak out and let them get ripped off? No, because I'm sure that there's people out there who are they're not bigots, but they just might be really misinformed, or they could be young, or they could be, a number of things. So that's where, I want to talk about, like, the world is not black and white like this, and some of the talking points of these people are just, they don't make sense. I can't make sense of it. And when you're in a situation like that, you can often rely on someone else for the information. And that means, you might not think to question what they're saying because this is my friend. Why would they tell me something that wasn't true or wasn't, didn't make me feel bad? You don't have to worry about Black Lives Matters because they're fine. They've got this happening. They've got affirmative action, but not anymore. Do you know what I mean? So I want to call it out. The other thing I think that they're taking advantage of is veterans. Very much related to patriotism, but remember from the beginning of the video the difference between patriotism and nationalism. Soldiers, on the most part, are patriotic or serving military. These conservative far-right groups are not that. They are not patriotic. They weaponize their patriotism, and that's when it becomes nationalism. So please, call it out if you see it. I will be doing some more on these guys and whoever else is has the worst usernames on all of Instagram. But yeah, thanks. We'll go back to my actual wrap up now, where I must have been tired and wasn't thinking about it. Okay, yeah, alright, bye. It's still anti-MLM, but you can see the bigotry that is connected to this. I'm very passionate about human rights, as you know, and using my platform, as small as it is, to try and right some wrongs. No, who am I? I'm no one, but if I can speak out and say that what people are doing right now is wrong, I will say it until I'm blue in the face. There's reasons why I have never tried to pursue having a child. This world is pretty effed up, and it's sometimes it feels really overwhelming to go to social media and just see all of this ignorance and hate. I'm like 45. To see it come back around is so upsetting. Like, all of the progress, and we only had fucking gay marriage here for like the last 5 or so years, and it still feels like we've gone back 100 years. And no, I think Australia is okay-ish, but guess what? We follow America. We do. So I'm going to be screaming as loud as I can and highlighting it, as well as calling out MLMs, because they literally do not give a fuck about anything except for earning money. And how can they get a lot of very loyal distributors / customers? Same thing, is to go after people who are conservative and present them with an alternative. It's a good business plan for them. It's fucking awful. Like, it's unconscionable and unethical, but it works, and they get a lot of money for it. So I'm gonna keep talking about it. Not right now, because I'm fucking tired. I was supposed to film 2 videos tonight, but I got 1 video done. I'm gonna try and edit for a little bit. I gotta go to bed earlier. Like, it's insane. Alright, thanks for being with me. And yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side. Alright, be good, be nice, use your privilege, use your voice for good, and for change.